world's greatest game show. And we're bigger, bolder, and more thrilling than ever.
Watch our contestants duke it out in the hustle and bustle of Seoul and Monaco.
Hello everyone and welcome to the finals. Special service here. Today, I'll be introducing you to one of my most played games of this year. The world famous virtual game show arena shooter, The Finals. It's one of the few titles I've played that consistently has me coming back to scratch both my casual and competitive shooter itch. There simply isn't another game like it on the market. If there's anything I want someone to take away from this video, it's to simply just try the game. It's free to play on Steam, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5 with optional crossplay and no paywalls. At most, you'll lose 27 gigabytes of space and maybe half an hour of your time. There is no reason not to try this game. As someone who's played almost every single type of shooter on the planet, this is one of the most refreshing, entertaining, and creative takes on the genre that I've played in a while. No two matches in the finals will ever play the same. So let's cut the rambling and get into the game. From a top-down level, The Finals is a small, squad-based shooter focused on attacking, capturing, and defending objectives in a fully destructible digital arena for cash. Buildings are completely destructible. From the foundations to the roof tiles, buildings will even collapse and fall apart if enough of the structure is damaged. This, in tandem with the tools and gadgets a player can bring with them into the arena, keeps the arena a dynamic and chaotic sandbox, providing endless replayability. Now that we understand the primary gist of the game, let's get into building a contestant. There are 3 build classes to choose from when creating your contestant: light, medium, and heavy, each referring to the contestant's physical build. Each build has their own unique weapons, gadgets, abilities, and size within the arena. Starting from the smallest contestant to the biggest, the light class is the smallest and fastest build with the most mobility options but the smallest health pool, encouraging close-range hit-and-run tactics and flanking maneuvers. Light classes are primarily equipped with pistols, submachine guns, and long-range rifles. The light build has 3 main abilities to choose from: the grapple hook, which can obviously be used to scale buildings and get out of dodge quickly; the evasive dash, probably the most versatile ability for the light class. It can dash the contestant in any direction and can be chained together up to 3 times before needing to cool down. It can also provide a slight vertical boost when used while airborne. Finally, there's the cloak. On activation, it makes you invisible. However, the cloak is more effective when you are motionless. Taking damage or using a weapon or gadget will disable the cloak. The next build is the medium, the everyman class. While the medium has some of the better weapons in the game, like the assault rifles, shotgun, and grenade launcher, their gadgets are primarily defensive, with a myriad of mines, grenades, and turrets. One of the most useful ones being the defibrillator and APS turret, a gadget which can be deployed to destroy large projectiles like rockets and grenades, while the defibrillator can instantly revive a teammate when fully charged. The first ability the medium has is the healing beam. Currently, the only way to actively heal your teammates in-game without waiting for the health regeneration to kick in. The healing beam can overheat, so be careful not to waste it when it's not needed. Next, the medium has the Guardian turret, a stationary turret that can be placed on any surface to watch an objective or cover your back and alert you to enemies. Despite the turret's low rate of fire, it can still deal lots of damage over time. Finally, the medium has their newest ability, the Dematerializer. It can dematerialize walls, floors, and ceilings, allowing contestants and objects to pass through the dematerialized parts of buildings. Dematerialized surfaces can also be rematerialized. Finally, we have the destructive powerhouse that is the heavy build. This build is all about defense and destruction. If you want to take full advantage of the dynamic arenas, this is the build to use. The heavy build naturally specializes in heavy weapons, like machine guns, flamethrowers, shields, and sledgehammers. Unlike other melee weapons for other builds, the sledgehammer can destroy walls, ceilings, and floors. The heavy is the only build that can use the RPG, a powerful gadget that can destroy buildings or heavily damage opponents from a long distance. As for the heavy build's abilities, they have one of the most fun abilities in the game, the Charge and Slam. It allows the heavy to smash through obstacles and opponents. While activating the charge when airborne or while jumping while charging, it will cause the heavy to slam into the ground. Next is the Mesh Shield, a large barrier that the heavy can use to block incoming fire while safely allowing your teammates to shoot through the protective barrier itself. If the shield is broken, it will enter a cooldown. And last but not least for the heavy build, they have the Goo Gun, a powerful tool that shoots small globs of goo that can be used to create barriers, block sight lines, or even create alternate paths to hard to reach locations. It can even goo your opponents in place, making them easy targets. Now that we know the builds and arsenals of our contestants, let's talk about game modes. There are 6 main game modes in the finals. Quick Cash, the bread and butter mode of the finals. The matches are short, sweet, and to the point. 3 teams of 3 enter the arena and fight over a cash vault which needs to be opened to retrieve the cash box inside. That cash box then needs to be delivered to a cash out station, as the station would suggest, to be cashed out for your team. But it's not that simple. Cashing out takes time, and in that time, your opponents can steal your cash out in progress, requiring you to defend the cash out station or to try and steal one of your opponent's cash outs before the timer finishes. The first team to $20,000 wins the match. The tournament mode is the competitive offering for those wanting to become the best of the best. It's still cash out, but with 3 elimination rounds. 4 teams of 3 battle it out over cash out opportunities with increasing cash box values as the match progresses. With no cap on how much money is required to win, the team with the most cash at the end of the match wins. 2 rounds of 4 teams of 3 will compete simultaneously. The top 2 teams of each game will then face off in the semi-finals, and the top 2 teams from there will battle it out in a 1v1 for all the fame and glory. However, gear switching isn't allowed in tournament mode, so come prepared for the match. In tournament mode, your respawns are limited. Each player is given 2 respawn tokens at the start of each game, and they can save them for later games if they're careful. If you run out, you'll need to be revived by your teammates in order to get back into the game. Bankit has 4 teams of 3 players each in an arena full of vaults containing coins. You can collect the coins in large amounts from the vaults. Your team doesn't earn those coins until you deposit them in rotating cash deposit stations around the arena. As you collect coins, the easier it is for your opponents to track you down by following the coin trail behind you, so be quick. The first team to $40,000 or the richest team at the end of the match time wins. Power Shift is the quintessential game mode for a quick round of casual fun. 2 teams of 5 battle for control of the platform in the center of the arena. Capture the platform to set it in motion, and cash will be awarded to your team as they move the platform towards their goal. The more people on the platform, the faster it'll move, up to 3 times speed, so help your team out if no one's standing on it. If anything is in the path of the platform, it'll be destroyed, buildings included, so contestants will have to adapt their strategies to the platform's trajectory. Unlike other modes, you can change your contestants' entire arsenal and build between respawns, and swap out any of their gadgets that you have unlocked. The team that reaches their goal first, or the team that is in the lead at the end of the game time, wins. However, overtime will be called if your team holds the platform and isn't in the lead, allowing for some clutch plays and devastating comebacks. Terminal Attack is the newest mode that came to the finals, courtesy of CNS. Terminal Attack pits 2 teams of 5 against each other in a best-of-7 matchup. Either team is assigned the role of attackers or defenders. Defenders win by eliminating all attackers or by stopping the transfer at the terminal. Attackers must deliver an encryption key to one of the 2 terminals in the arena to complete a funds transfer. You only have 1 life per round, there is no healing, no revives, and gadgets do not recharge during the round. While in the arena, you will always know what's going on in any match by listening to the commentators, Scotty and June. They announce the current play-by-play of every team in the arena. The banter between the commentators keeps the contestants informed and entertained during the match. While I'd love to share more about this game right now, this video was made to introduce new players to the game and get them up to speed before Season 3. In the next video, I'll be going over everything new in Season 3. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next video, and be sure to like the video if you enjoyed the content, as it really does help the channel grow. If you guys are looking for some people to play some games with, I have a brand new Discord server linked in the description below. Hop in and join it if you want to play some games with me and my friends, or just hang out. We play almost every single type of game over there, so I'm sure you'll find something you'll enjoy. Alright, that's all I have for you guys this time. I will see you sooner than you think. Alright, peace.